Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We strongly advise you to get a little bit more educated before you start using live money. It was an amazing start today. If we look at the NASDAQ, we had the buy signal right there at the opening, right there, and shoot all the way up in the air. And you can see we got the reversal, pulling back to the support. Target one is a profit taking, going back right now to the 1622, right this area here. On the ES also, it was a beautiful shoot up all the way from 46.77 to the 93. And then you have the symmetry here has indicated before it happened, and that it is amazing. And it is a lot of action today in the market, and that is nice. We've been fallen asleep in the market for the last couple of days. There is not much going on. This is the scalper. We're gonna put it on the side. The scalper is doing very well, and also on the scalper, I'm testing it on the gold, and it's doing extremely well on the gold as well. Using 9 range on the scalper is doing extremely good. And so we have the scalper here. We have the total different auto trade called the TI7, and the precision auto trade just closed the position on the NASDAQ, and we will find different ones. But right now, I want to concentrate on the market analyzer, because once you start looking at the market analyzer, you start getting some ideas where is this market right now. Right now is a little bit confusion here. Let me show you why. Because the first things you need to do before you start auto trading is looking at the ES NASDAQ. The YM is going on the opposite direction. CL doesn't matter. But those three has to be together, and the YM is on the other side. But now we have a sell position on the ES, and actually there is a little confusion in the market between the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones. So we will see what happened. And on the gold is finished. On the gold, so we still have the ES is fixing to hit. I have to refresh my market analyzer. I did. Now they are lining up, and let me refresh this one here as well. Reload. We have a new signal on the ES, and okay, the ES just took the trade, and we will cover that. So the gold is out of the way, and we are about to close the ES as well. There's a lot of things going on. I apologize, I'm just trying to cover everything. Okay, look, if you are auto trading on the ES, you should not be scared. There is a heavy support area at 46.91. We are climbing to the target 2. Once we hit the target 2, there is a profit taken. Those numbers are institutionals. And once we hit target 2, most like we have target 3. The target 3 usually is for the afternoon session. Sometimes we get it before 12 o'clock, but the target 3 is for the afternoon session. And once we start hitting the target 2, a profit taken will be on the ES, going back to the target 1 where we have a heavy support area in this. So for the ones are not trading the ES, you can follow us on SIM. There is an entry here on the ES, and there is another entry right here on the ES 4688.25. And then if you want to follow that trade, you have to be on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade, and we're not your financial advisor. So you gotta do it on SIM. But this is the entry right there. It's 4687.75. This is a re-entry, and we'll see what happened. You can see how this trade on the ES came in right at the 4689.50 because of the support, right in line, and it's going right back up again, and most likely will hit target 2. We'll see if we'll monitor if it's gonna hit target 2. We're waiting on watching how the market going to react. Now, as you notice, guys, look, this is gonna happen many times in the trading. Once we hit the target 2, the ES is going back to target 1. Profit taken, and you're gonna see that normally on a normal days, but it's too early right now. Normally it's before 12 o'clock we hit target 2 between 11 and 12. Right now it's only 10. And once we hit the target 2, there is a profit taken. The support area right now is 4690.75 as a re-entry and 4688 as a re-entry. Long, of course. We had a very good start at 9:30, and right now, as we see, is just the market dying out on us. Based on the signal on the 1 minute, we have 500 ticks based on the last entry signal. It's not the whole day, it's based on the last entry signal. And uh, we have 37 ticks on the ES, 225 on the NASDAQ, and 72 ticks on the YM. If we notice on the ES, the support at 46.90.75 has been confirmed. And we are waiting till we climb to the target 2. That's why I'm not doing anything with that trade. We are taking chances on that ES trade. And once we hit the target 2, a profit taking. Now it's 10:31. Usually it's between 11 and 12, but if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it to now, and we'll see. There we go. We are going to the target 2. For the NASDAQ traders, if you are out of a trade, you have 162.28.25. This is where a re-entry right there at my crusher, right there. This is a re-entry, or you can re-enter at 162.29 on a sim. We're not your financial advisor. We're not responsible for your trade, but this is a re-entry. This is very funny. The 30-year Treasury bond. The 30-year Treasury bond going on the same direction as an ES. This is a 2-minute, this is a 3 minutes, and they are going on the same direction. You think you know everything about the market, and then the market surprise you somehow every single day. Okay, now we are climbing to the target 2 as we expected. And we're gonna log the first trade on the ES. Profit taken from that level here at 46.96. Not much going on, guys, but we've been on that support now for quite time, and now we got the sell order. So let's see if this support area will hold. Not much going on. Even if it dropped, please don't go on a short. You still have a re-entry at 46.88. The ES is about to sink to the 46.88.25. Be careful. It's firing the support at 46.90.75. If it's been on that support now for the last 20 minutes, the profit taken is 46.96, and then we said it's going to drop to target 1. It did drop to target 1, but it has not hit really the target 2, and it start getting weaker and weaker. So let's see where this ES going. When the trade stay for a very long time, normally when the trade stays a very long time, like this one here on the ES, the probability is gonna go against you. So I don't like a trade to stay too long with an open position until, I mean, this is a very long time to keep holding on a position. But the ES keep going back and forth, and has been confirmed at 46.90. If we are dropping, there is another entry on a sim at 46.88.25, and is about to sink to the next, to the level below that right now as we speak, which this trade on the ES is gonna go south plus break even 1 tick. We missed that ES by 1 tick, and we did. So welcome to trader, nothing we can do. And we are coming to the support area, this level here. There is no short, 46.88. Again, there is no short on the ES, guys. There is no short. On the market analyzer, this is the 15-second market analyzer. on the market analyzer is already, this is the trades from the market analyzer based on the 15-second, has not even broke even. Now it did. Took a short trade from this market analyzer, and took a short trade on the ES as well. But I don't see those trades they're gonna make it on the ES. The reason is this is what we call the support area right there, you see. So it's very unlikely that ES is going to be below that number here. I think it's gonna hold for quite time in there, and I don't see really a good trade on that signal at the moment. However, if the ES broke that 46.87, we can have probably between $700 and $1,000 on that trade. We call that trade long on a pullback re-entry, because if you notice where this ES holding is right there, this is a re-entry long. If the support area did not hold, and which I think is going to hold, then we have a good trade on the short trade. But we'll see. I think it's going to hold, and it's gonna turn around. So that's why when you are trading those signals, when you see some little trouble here, it's an auto trade, but you can at least break even and cover yourself in case if this market turn around. If you want to interfere. If you don't want to interfere, just leave it as is. Nothing we can do. So that trade here is hanging on that support area. It's not your auto trade. It's that area, if it's gonna hold or not. If it's gonna break, that will be tremendous good trade. And there is a good potential between $700 and $1,000 trade. And if we look at the NASDAQ, I mean, I don't see any short trade on the NASDAQ. This is the final destination on the NASDAQ is 61.95 on the NASDAQ. And then that's the end of the short term, short trade. So we'll keep our eye on it. On that system, you don't have to extend the target. If the market is trending, the target is going to extend itself automatically, and has not. And there we go, we have some pullback. It's getting harder and harder. The start today, it was excellent. Wish we're gonna see a lot of those. And then the market dies on us. And there we go. On the Nasdaq, we got signaled by. That signal, you can use it to close position as well. This is another system. It's telling you buy in here. So if you are short and you see that one here, it says buy, means close position. Or you can reverse position if you want to. And we'll see. Again, this is another system here. Look, it gives you sell, it gives you sell, and it gives you buy order. This is a total different system, not connected to the market analyzer. The market analyzer on the 15-second is connected to this white chart as an auto trade. And you can see the number on the Nasdaq here, 210, and here is 210 on the Nasdaq. It's exactly as the market analyzer. And then what we added some signals, has nothing to do with the market analyzer. And here the sell position, buy position, and there we go. It told, telling us when to close a trade. So you just follow the chart. You don't have to draw lines or do anything. You just follow what this chart is telling you. I don't see anything. It's just the market, flat. So we will sit on standby for now. I don't see anything to grab. It's just going back and forth. This is please be careful here. Look, the ES is a buy signal, Nasdaq is a sell signal, YM is a sell signal. When there is a confusion here and they're not synchronized with each other, this means you have a problem right there. So if we notice the Nasdaq, this is the re-entry on the Nasdaq at 162.3375. Support area 62.19. The second support area 62.05. Not much going on, and you can see this ES is hanging on that area 46.88. Not much going on, guys. There is not much going on. Is the YM keep going down, and the ES Nasdaq is a really confusion place to trade, and there is nothing going on the Nasdaq and ES to. You don't have anything to chew on here. The ES is flirting with that number for the last half an hour, 46.88. If it's gonna drop to the 46.83, maybe they start lining up. If we look at the Nasdaq, there is no short on the Nasdaq, so it is a little bit exactly, Ben. The ES is on the same direction as the 30-year Treasury bond, and that is also not good. So as we expected, I mean, you know, it's going to be volatility from now till Christmas, like for the last 27 years. It's not going to change this year either. So we're going to hang in there. We're going to hang in there. This is the best time to learn not to trade live. From now till the end of this year, you trade live. You're going to... Doesn't matter what system. It's not our system. Doesn't matter what system you are using. If you're not extremely careful from now till New Year Eve, that's what you're expecting to see next month as well. You're going to see the market spikes for 1 minute and dies out on you the rest of the day, and you have to be Houdini to predict when the market is going to spike and when the market is going to be flat. So we'll see how it comes out. I strongly recommend, guys, to the ones who are struggling in the market to turn off their live account and try to get trained when this market like this. That will give you extra boost when after New Year Eve to be ready. As you notice, this market is not doing anything. It's going back and forth, and on days like this, you have to be careful. It did beautifully when the market opened, shoot up in the air, and actually I missed it. I was a bit busy. I had a little bit 5 minutes late start, and I missed it. And then the market, after a boost up in couple minutes, stayed on the same area for the last hour right now. So there is not much going on. There is no short on the Nasdaq. Here is the support area 61.95. There is no short on the Nasdaq. The ES, am I gonna hang on the 46.83, final destination 46.81. This is it. Not much going on. Not much going on. Small trades. Very small trades. Guys, there is absolutely nothing moving. Absolutely nothing moving. It's just a troublemaking. There is nothing moving. We have a $50, $100 trade on an auto trade. The most we are getting is the YM. We is moving for somehow. The YM is moving, but the rest of the market, really, there is not much going on. There is $100, $50 trade every time the auto trade taking a trade. It goes back on the signal, even the 15-second. The market analyzer on the right upper corner here. We have, I'm using 30-second here on the ES because the market really, this is the institutional auto trade we covered yesterday. I'm using 30 seconds on this because this one here has unlimited filters, and on the signal, actually I don't have anything. We have the Russell and the YM, but there is nothing going on, and most of the trades, they are $100 and $50 and two, even on a bigger time frame. The 3 minutes, they're all struggling, and I mean, welcome to trading. This is making 400, 500 on the long trade. There is no short trade on the Nasdaq, as we told you before. Those are the most making money, and the rest is $50, $100 close trade, $50, $100 close trade. So there is a lot of small trades, and they're not even worth to trade it. The only thing right now, the ES start picking up, and the Nasdaq start picking up a little bit at the moment, but we'll see what's happening. I don't see anything going on anymore. Finally, the Nasdaq give in, like the ES, and still there is not much. There is not much going on, really. Every trade is like going to the dentist with it, you know. And finally, the Nasdaq gave in. Here is the problem. How long we stayed here struggling, and now the market starts spiking a little bit. And the things is, we don't know when this market is going to spike anymore from now till the end of the year. And there we go. Now it's going to be projecting from that number here, 46.91, and it is right in line at 62.48. I don't know if there is a breakout anymore. I don't see it. It's really tough. It's really tough. So there we go. We have the projection here at 46.91. I'm not sure we're gonna cross the 46.91, and it's really most on a standby. There is not much going on. There we go. Look, it dropped again, And the Nasdaq, this is a very nasty area on Nasdaq. We are using seconds, and look, it didn't even make it. It's gonna drop to the 46.88. Exactly, Ben. I mean, we have said that last week. It's gonna be like this. Okay. The institutional closed the trade and done. If you noticed, guys, this is the institutional we covered on Monday yesterday. It took us 2 hours to cover all the entries, and it took us 2 hours to cover all the entries and filters. And that's what happened when you are using those filters on the institutional. You can see those trades, break even, win and trade, win and trade, win and trade, and that because of the filter, that kept you away from the trouble in the market, what we are looking at. Let's see what's going on. And if you notice, the market analyzer is in red right now. The scalper is doing okay. The 15-second is doing okay. This is another time frame for the institutional auto trade we covered on Monday. Also survived those trades, small break even, but survived those rough time in the last hour we had in the market, survived it. So because of the filters, of course. And there's a conservative button, parabolic, trailing, short, long. This is a big auto trade, much more advanced auto trade as well. But let's see what will happen. It's gonna close the trade on the Nasdaq. It's going to close it. There we go. It closed 2 trades, and then it's going to now going back and forth with the 1 trailing stop. You can see the auto trade going back and forth with the trade on the Nasdaq. It's trying to pull back. If the auto trade, look, here is the difference between the institutional auto trade and the TI7. If you notice the trend stop, that's why we have them separated. And if you notice, the trend stop go back and forth, measuring the trend. This is a very high advanced trading. And if you look on the institutional, stay what it is, the trailing stop. It don't go back and forth. So, just for your information, guys, this is really chasing the market back and forth, where on this one here is staying. There we go. It looked like the market finally taking off. It's about time. The minute the market start moving, the auto trades start sinking in to trades. It is a tough one. It is a really tough timing. Uh, Welcome to trading. Nothing we can do about it. Well, the Nasdaq taking off is about time. What's going on? Here's the target 2 for the Nasdaq, and profit taking on the target 2. You know, this is really something. If you go back to the video, we told you normally the target 2 is between 11 and 12, and now is 11 o'clock. So if you notice, they're just taking us for a ride. And go back to this video. I mean, we told you usually the target 2 is between 11 and 12. I cannot find the clock right now. And look, where is the target? And right now, if you look at your watch, it's 11:10. This is between 11 and 12. And they really took us for a ride on this one here. They even confused me on that one, because I didn't think they're gonna go back and hit the target 2 between 11 and 12, and they did. Just taking us for a ride. Okay, profit taken, and maybe they want to climb to target 3. I don't know. We'll see. Here is target. No, it's impossible to hit target 3 before 12 o'clock. Most likely, once this Nasdaq hit the target 2, profit taken on target 2 on the Nasdaq and ES. We'll see. It was a very rough day on the trading, whether you are a manual trading and whether, look, I mean, now all the chart start making money when the market start moving. But we have to adapt to this. When the market is not moving, you cannot make money. And now every single chart, because the market moved, they are making money. Look at this. Anything, any chart is making money right now because the market is moving. For the last hour, we were falling asleep and nothing was moving. And even the trade on the market analyzer, the scalper 15-second, making money from this right upper corner, the market analyzer. The YM is making money because of this market analyzer. The YM is making money. Now everything is making money. And on and on and on. I can bring them all down and they're all doing very fine. Now look, watch what happened here. I really got fooled today. I really got fooled in the market. And please go back to this video today. And when we started the webinar at 10 o'clock, we told you there is after target 2 profit taken and the market gonna go down. They took us for a ride all the way down, turn around, hit target 2 between 11 and 12, as we said at the beginning of the video. And now look, they're taking a piss on us. And the only thing I can say, no one is very smart for this market sometimes. This market can surprise you. And today I really got surprised. I didn't think there is a hope to go back and hit the target 2 between 11 and 12, and we did. And it seems like they're also gonna go to target 3. The target 3, usually those are institutional number, usually for the afternoon, and most likely they are going for it. And all what I can say, trading is full of surprises. And today on the institutional auto trade, The 3 minutes nailed 1,887. And if you notice between the institutional and the other auto trades, because of the institutional have a huge variety of entry and filter, is unlimited filter you have on this auto trade. It's a big auto trade, and this is what it's built for, to prevent. And look, I mean, if we look on the institutional, there is hardly any losing trades, and the reason is of the filters in this institutional auto trade is a huge package with the institutional. It took us 2 hours to cover just what is inside the auto trade on Monday webinar. I even got tired. But on a days like this, you'll be thankful for the institutional auto trade. It's a very high advanced automated trading, and we have the simple auto trades. And the signal here on the 15-second, you cannot optimize, you cannot do anything. This is you just turn on, turn off, that's it. So there is something for everyone. If you wanted to just turn on, turn off, here it is. If you want to tangle with the institutional, here it is. If you want a mid-side auto trade, simple one, here it is. If you want the scalper, also is a very friendly use, here it is. It's done, you know. So there is, the more experience you get, the more you're gonna get more aggressive with your auto trading, and the more you know how to manage auto trade. From 1 minute, we were not expecting to make $1,000, and now we are just flying with every single chart making money. Every single chart is making money. When the market on the sideway, we were struggling to make $500, and when the market start trending, now you start seeing 1,000 and 2,000. And well, welcome to trading. Nothing I can say. Welcome to trading. You think you've seen it all, and then you get surprised day after day. If you notice here, after a past target 2, we have a reversal 1, 2, and 3, and 4, giving you warning. This one here is done. It was a very tough day, very tough day. This one has closed, and the 15-second from the market analyzer auto trade is finished. And we still have the ES, the 15-second coming from that market analyzer here, and is about to close trade. The TI7 on the 5 minutes hit 1800. But it was a rough day. Nasdaq taken off. It's about to close. I'm really curious if they're gonna take it to target three for the afternoon. I'm really curious about it. They're taking it to target three. And there we go. NASDAQ didn't have any hope 30 minutes ago, and then it whacks you with $3,000 trade. Welcome to trade and fasten your seatbelt. In ES 3,000, NASDAQ 3,000. And 30 minutes ago, you were crying to get $500 out of it. YM is the same story. Taken off. YM is flying. It's not just taking off. From one disaster trading to the most profitable trade. And here is the target 3. It was beyond my imagination today. We hit target 2. Beyond my imagination. And then the market turned around. Maybe I didn't see the news. And then turn around and hit target 3 in the same time. Amazing. Now the trade is gonna close most likely on the NASDAQ. We'll see. It's going to close. Right on target 3 on the ES, profit taken at 11.22, right there. They are full of surprises. Look, when the market moves, all of them above 2000 on the ES. Yesterday, there were, whether you are using 11 range, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all of them above the couple $1,000 today. Yesterday, the range was around $1,100-$1,200 on all of them. So sometimes even on the 30-second, this is a 30-second. Now it is 12:25 and it's climbing to the. So, what you notice, whether you are using 9 range, 11 range, 1 minute, the average is almost the same. The only thing different in the time frame, when you are using a smaller time frame, you are avoiding. I mean, you can take more trades when the market is a flat like today. It was really nasty today, the market, and it can find the small trades here and there, where on the bigger time frame maybe it's gonna take 1 or 2 trades. A mid-size time frame is gonna get hammered. It's gonna get hammered when this market is not moving. When I'm talking about mid-size, like a 3 minutes, it's gonna get whacked when the market is not really moving. And when the market is moving, they have the same average range within couple thousand or within 3,000 or with 1,500. I notice when the market moves, doesn't matter what time frame you are using, they are somewhere around the same average, you know. Like now when the market moved, the average is between couple $1,000 to $3,000. Even on the gold, which the gold has no connection with the ES, it's a couple $1,000 trade. And that indicate it all depends on the market movement. And when the market moves, they get almost the same average, you know. And when you have a disaster day, the market is not moving. None of them they will be struggling. All of them, they will be struggling. Nasdaq, Dow Jones, CL, they will be all struggling. So there we go. Even if something has no connection with the ES, like the gold, it's the same story. They get the same average. Whether it's $1,000 to $1,200 average, or a couple $1,000 average, or $3,000 average, and then you can see all of them get within this bracket between 25 and 3,000. And when the market is flat, you are on an average between 1,000, 1,200, somewhere around there, on all of them. And that it is amazing. That is proof that not just auto trading is the way the market move. On the institutionals or the TI7, there is a big variety of filters. You can filter some of the trades, but here it is. If you use too much filter, then you might miss a trend. If you are using a little filter, you're gonna bump into nasty areas like what we have done today. We got some nasty area for auto trading right there. That was nasty. Those area here, you cannot make money. Those, they lose money. And this is what makes money right there. Here you lose money on any kind of auto trade. The things is between an auto trade and an auto trade is depends on the entry and the filter, which you can avoid that. Now, if you have a lot of filters, you're gonna miss the trend here. If you have unlimited filter or you have a lot of filters, probably you'll end up entering the market somewhere around here. It's too late. if you don't have any filters on the auto trade, you're gonna get into this trouble. So auto trading is balanced between, you don't want to tighten the nut too much with filters. I mean, like the institutional, I mean, I don't know, there is a huge package of, I don't count them, but maybe there is around 18, 20 filters in there. And if you put the 20 filters in there, you're hardly gonna be able to take in any trades. You cannot tie it up. Those filters, they works on a different variety. If you are working with the ES, you use a certain filter. If you are using a NASDAQ, you use a different filter, different entry, because there is a big different variety of entries. If you wanted to optimize the YM, you use a different entry and different filter. Each one of them can be different from the other because they are totally different market. But today I've been fooled. Normally I can predict it when they are playing with this market, and then what they did, the beginning I estimated is going to be on target 2, and then they took us for a little tour to the short side, and then ignite all the way to the target 3, profit taken on target 3, going back to the and then going back to the target 2, which they're gonna play us here back and forth between target 1 and target 3 and target 2. But right now it's 11:32, and now everything has hit targets. It was a very rough day, and there we go. Look, the ES, even the 11 range, 2000, and this is the average. The ES 5, the average, this is 2700, and they're all with the same range right now, and nothing we can do. But it was a disaster earlier today, and now we start taking off. Welcome to trading, guys. It's always, you know, I don't know if you have seen this movie. Life is full of chocolate. There we go. Different chocolates every single day. It's really amazing. $3,000 on the ES, and 30 minutes ago we couldn't get 500. That was beyond my imagination today on the Nasdaq. We get over 3,000. That was beyond my I mean, I was surprised today how the market turned around. And I don't get surprised very often, but today really I'm surprised. ES has crossed the 3,000, and I don't know. Technically, we are done with the ES, and the ES is keep going. Maybe it's trying to cross. When you see those two yellow lines, that means there is no more trade long. And this market here is about to reverse. And we've been using those two yellow lines. You have them here as well. Once this market crosses between those two yellow lines, there is no more new trades to the long side you should take anymore. And this is where you need to start taking a profit and reverse. Let's say on a micro account, ES, reverse on a sim. It's fine, try it. The pullback re-entry is 46.96, 46.97 is right there around this area here. I don't know what else. Now it's 11:37, and it was surprising day for me, and I should have kept my eyes on the news. Anyway, I have no idea where this ES is going. It's trying to climb above the target 3, and I don't see hope for it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, why not? Go for 4,000. Why not? Folks, there is nothing left for today. It's finished. There is nothing left. We're gonna call it off, and the market just spikes once a day. It did 2 times today, one at the opening and right now. There's nothing left. So we're gonna call it off, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and see you on Thursday live.